Literature Review Effectiveness of Gaming. The name of this literature review is Effectiveness of Gaming in the Classroom. This review focused on Karen, who wrote this literature review, and the questions she had for her research. Karen wanted to review different test methods that she currently uses with her 12th grade independent living classes. To be more specific, she was seeking to answer the following question: what makes an educational game effective in the classroom? Gaming can be defined in various ways. For example, in an educational setting, there are competitive games in which students work together to solve a general problem, or another type of game was interactive multimedia games, where students work together to categorize information. It was noted that both types of games, competitive and multimedia, demonstrate learning benefits such as active learning and higher level thinking skills. If the instructional game is well designed, students can simultaneously have fun and build their own problem solving skills. However, in an educational setting, there are factors to consider when choosing a game, such as 1. Which game best integrates into the existing curriculum, 2. Which meets the objective of the topics being taught, and 3. The instructor's personal belief on teaching pedagogy. While these various types of games are being played, whether it's the competitive or the interactive multimedia games, students are fostering group cooperation in an environment where high levels of student involvement is happening, making these tools useful for effective teaching. While there are many positives to effective gaming in the classroom, some researchers question the methods in which games are used to see results of student learning. Games such as Jeopardy are questioned because students essentially become experts at answering test-like questions and not truly demonstrating learned concepts. Another concern on educational games being played in the classroom includes the possibility of educators not using these games as a supplemental tool. Instead, they're replacing them as a way of teaching, which is not effective when using games in the classroom. Furthermore, this literature review focused on students actively learning while playing such games in the classroom. Active learning can be defined in many ways, such as an effort to make learning authentic. Students are doing more than just listening to the teacher instruct in front of the classroom. Instead, students are discovering, processing, and applying new information. Active learning can include interactive simulation games that do not necessarily need to be computer-based. There are also mechanical games such as board games. Board games also serve as a purpose in providing students the opportunity to apply their knowledge, participate, and collaborate as learners. Along with mechanical games such as board games, there are television games that are implemented in the classroom, such as Jeopardy! This literature review suggests that this game creates problems for students with special needs. It is noted that considering how the game is played, students can be embarrassed by their lack of knowledge, which can lead to decreased motivation to succeeding while playing the game. Another issue with playing television-like games such as Jeopardy! Includes that not every student is engaged at all times because they have to take turns. But finding ways to get students involved would make the game more effective. And one way that all students can be involved is having the audience be part of the game. Furthermore, student achievement is important to the effectiveness on gaming in the classroom. There are positive results that prove with the use of computer games as well as board games. For example, there was a study done by the name of Marzano and noted that on average using academic games in classroom is associated with the 20th percentile point increase in student achievement. Another important aspect for educators who would like to use effective game includes designing the game in which students interact with the computer as well as with their peers. This is known as the cooperative technique. The cooperative technique has been widely investigated, and research indicates that team games do enhance students' academics and improve their attitude towards the topic. For team games, students are chosen at random and equivalent in achievement levels. In the case study that compared the pre-test and post-test results of the three groups taking part in the cooperative and games proved that the game can be effective to instruction. The results proved that students participated in the cooperative and competitive games significantly did better than the group in which only used paper and pencil. The author of this literature review found the articles she explored to be an excellent insight in regards to her question of what makes an effective gaming experience and found a greater understanding of it. While reading the articles and results provided, Karen made several conclusions. Karen concluded that her current methods of incorporating games needed to be altered to be more effective in her classroom. The ideas provided in the articles that she read and the results has led her to make these changes for the benefit of her students and the use of games. For example, Karen noted that she liked various methods that were mentioned in her literature review or in the articles that she read, such as the Knowledge New framework because it involves every student, and the Team Games tournament because students are given reviews and holds them accountable for their learning. With all of those key points discussed in this literature review, it was concluded that based on the readings, Karen wanted to change her research question to examine the effectiveness of a television-based game or a new framework game in comparison to a control group in which a specific class partakes in the same review as the other two classes using the games, but there will be no use of gaming in the control group, just worksheets or study guides.